Hello and welcome to Still Got Legs, a Doctor Who Rewatch podcast brought to you by Another Happy Studios. My leafs don't change, though they turn. From me, you vanish, experience or learn. What am I?
I don't know what the fuck that was. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Still Got Legs, the only Doctor Who rewatch podcast in the world. There are no others that exist, or maybe there are, but a big planet that is actually a god or something ate your memories of them. Anyway, my name is Nathan, and as always, I'm joined by my wonderful companion as we go on this fantastic journey through time and space to rewatch all of Doctor Who. Hello, Lawrence, you fuckhead.
Hello, everyone.
Is everyone in the room with us now?
More specifically you, but
Okay.
I'm also extending greetings to anyone listening in. They can't answer, but I didn't want to let that stop me including them.
Okay. Interesting choice.
Nice spirited, I thought. Nice and polite.
Great.
Especially since now we're the only Doctor Who podcast in anyone's memory. So
Are you going to address the elephant in the room?
the elephant in the room, right? I went on Discord about an hour ago, right, pre-recording, right, last night for people listening to the episode on the day it came out, right?
2 nights ago for the people listening the day after it came out.
Yeah.
3 nights ago for the people listening the day after that. And so on and so forth.
And then for the rest of it, you can do the maths, yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't want to do freestyles. I talked a big game. I'm not going to run from it. I understand. I get it. It's fair criticism.
If only someone would have warned you about this.
I know you did. All right.
If only there was someone who said maybe this isn't a good idea, Lawrence.
Listen, all right. I had to get there for myself. I had to know it in my soul that it wasn't a good idea until I wanted to commit to it. I was a bit overly optimistic about my abilities of freestyling. They're non-existent. So here I am.
I feel like anyone could have told you that.
You don't know. I could have had something in the locker. What if I wowed you? What if I pulled about out freestyle and just went on
That's
and on?
obviously not true because here we are, Lawrence, okay? So here we are with whatever the fuck that was. Honestly, I didn't even listen to the riddle. What was it?
The riddle was, and you've got to do this now, all right? And anyone at home you can join in too. My leafs don't change, though they turn. From me, you vanish, experience, or learn. What am I? It's specific to Doctor Who. This isn't a random riddle. It's specific to this episode of Doctor Who.
My leaves don't change, they learn.
No, though they turn.
My leaves don't change, though they turn.
From me, you vanish. So from whatever I am, you vanish, experience, or learn.
I don't know.
You got to think about it. What's a major component in this episode of Doctor Who?
All right, let me take 10 minutes to think about this during this podcast, shall I? Okay.
Do you want me to revisit it at the end?
Memory?
No, but you're in a similar ballpark. You're not really, but that is a component of this episode of Doctor Who.
I don't know then. What?
Think about something.
No, I'm gonna get annoyed. Just tell me.
Okay. If people at home are still trying to work this out and you want to brain tease yourself,
pause
it.
now. Just pause.
Yeah. And when you come back, this is going to be here. Right. It's a book. That's the answer. A book. Now, my leafs don't change, though they turn.
Book doesn't have leaves.
It does. That's what I don't know what it is, but it's like a 2-page side situation. That's called a leaf of a book.
No, it's called a page, you dick.
No, it's also called a page. Things can have 2 names. It's also called a leaf of a book. I'd never heard it before today, but apparently that's right.
You've never heard of it today, and now you're its biggest defender. You're always saying books have leaves.
Because it fits into... Look, I'm just saying I looked it up. Right, in a dictionary, it is a thing. So you just gotta go with that. And also, from me, you vanish, experience, or learn. Also, I thought leafs would be an interesting concept given today's episode.
I have a backup intro ready to go,
No.
which we can use just in case. Let me just do this one now.
No.
Hello and welcome to Still Got Legs, a Doctor Who rewatch podcast brought to you by Another Happy Studios. This week, we're in Akhaten, and there are some rings. It's the rings of Akhaten.
Infinitely better, I think, personally.
I respect it, and thank you, Pierce, for doing that. But I reckon if I came out with that, you'd crucify me. So you have to hold Pierce to the same standard. Otherwise, it's not
No,
fair.
I wouldn't.
If I came out with that, yes. Oh, there is not a doubt in my mind you would crucify me if I came out with this.
No, I'd be chilling, easy going, I think.
It's easy to say when there's no proof. That's not fair.
And also, I feel like I've been softened by the horrendous riddle that you brought in.
Okay, so your expectations have been brought down.
Yes.
All right, fair enough. Nathan, how are you? What are you up to?
Recording a podcast.
Oh, I know, but like today in general, what you've been up to? I should have said.
I watched Doctor Who.
Yeah. You never give me any flavour for these. I want to know what you've been up to.
Why?
Because it's cool. I want to know.
My life is my life. Lawrence. It's none of your business.
All right, sorry, fine. I won't ask you to elaborate any further.
Nothing exciting.
Okay, but anything mundane you could share?
Nothing. No. Why would I share? It's all boring. I've done nothing. I've done nothing exciting. What have you done?
I saw a movie today. I went to the cinema.
Great. What movie was it?
It was called Anora.
Never heard of it. Was it good?
It's quite good. I had a good time.
Lovely. I'll check your Letterboxd for your review. Oh, do you have anything to say on that, by the way?
What?
On your Letterboxd?
Oh yeah. All right, fine. Fuck. No. This is not a good week for me not looking like a coward.
Go on.
I started rating Letterboxd.
Yeah. And why did you do that, Lawrence?
Right, 50% public backlash that I was very tired of, and also 50% it was irritating me that not half obviously, but like some were reviewed and some weren't. And I was looking at my little list, figuring out where I should put things in my favourites of the year list. And the fact that some didn't have ratings really irked me. And I thought it's much easier to just carry on rating than it is for me to go back and remove ratings. So that's how I excused it in my head.
Stole my idea and tossed it aside without a second thought.
Look, but now it's yours to shine again. Now you're the solo person that does this.
It's true, I am the only person on Letterboxd that does this. All right, great. What's going on? I'll tell you what's going on. It's Still Got Legs episode 96. It's Doctor Who episode 96. It's The Rings of Akhaten.
Whoa.
This says set a timer, which I haven't done, but I'll remember. Season 7, episode 8, written by Neil Cross, directed by Farron Blackburn. Lawrence, your thoughts on this episode of Dr. Docky Who?
Dr. Docky Who?
Yeah, it was in Dr. Docky Who. Like, Docky Who is in the middle of Doctor Who.
I liked it. I thought it was a great episode. I think it's got really solid concepts in it. I love the songs. Well, there's one main song. I like that. I like the music throughout the whole episode. I love the speech. This episode is well known for the speech.
There's a speech?
There's a big speech. You know there's a big speech.
Missed that.
No. Dozed off for like the last couple of minutes. Clara is really warming to me as a companion. Not that she was not warm, but I didn't really know her. And I'm getting to know her, and I'm very much enjoying them. And I'm enjoying Eleven's dynamic with Clara, and I'm saddened that it's going to be very short-lived. So yeah, overall, great time. Had a good experience.
Yeah, I had a good time as well. This is a great episode. It's obviously very, very famous for the speech, but it's not just the speech. It's not just like the speech is all there is to the episode. There's also lots of great stuff all throughout it. It's beautiful. It's emotional. It gives Matt Smith and Jenna Coleman some great chances to shine and do their acting and everything like that. All round certified banger. How can it not be? Come on. When you got Matt Smith doing that, come on, man.
It might. We'll get to it in the episode, obviously, but it might be his best performance in the role.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. I'm going to spoiler alert. It is.
I can't remember exactly how his regeneration story plays out, so I'm thinking there might be some wiggle room there. But
well, I mean, so far.
Right.
Yes, that's what I mean.
Be hard to beat it, though.
Lawrence, shut up.
All right, sorry. Nathan, it's the start of the episode. There's leaves on the floor. There's a breeze. There is an open gate.
It's called the ground when it's outside.
The ground. Oh.
To quote Ron Swanson.
You can call it a floor, can't you?
No. Well, you could, but you'd be wrong and a dickhead.
I've always said that. Like,
it's not. That's like calling the ceiling the roof, which you also do as well.
I do that. Yeah.
It's not the roof. It's the ceiling. The ceiling is on the inside. The roof is on the outside. The floor is on the inside. The ground is on the outside.
What about...
No.
But what about...
Whatever you're going to say is wrong.
No. I think this might stump you. Right. What about if a house is being built and it has no roof?
Yes.
Right? So they've just laid the foundations for the house.
Yes.
And it is concrete, because obviously that's the foundation of the house.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a floor or a ground?
It's a ground, because they haven't put the flooring in yet.
I think it might have stumped you less than I anticipated it's stumping you, if I'm honest.
It's clearly the ground. It's not finished yet. It's a fucking half-built house. Why would it be a floor?
All right. All right. Tell you what about the second floor?
Why are you focusing so much on trying to work your way around this? Just take the L and move on.
Because I want to know.
Oh my god. Just take the fucking L and move on.
What if it's the second story of an unfinished house, which just has the concrete foundations of a second story? Because then it's off the ground, but by your argument, it'd still be ground.
Why? All right, and is there a roof?
No.
Why would there be a second story and no roof?
Because these people are fucking idiots. They don't know how to build a house.
That's not how houses are built.
Fuck. All right, fine. You're right. I'm fine. I was wrong.
Yes. Once again, you do not listen to me.
Nathan, there's a man walking down the street and he can't control his papers. There's wind blowing it everywhere. He's all in front of his face. He's like, bloody hell, it's windy out here. But someone's observing him. Someone reading a sneaky mag, you could say.
He's reading the Beano Summer Special, 1981.
Were you ever a Beano kid?
Not really. It's a bit before my time, to be honest.
Yeah, my dad had Beanos, and I just couldn't get amongst them. But Dennis the Menace was one that appeared in the money.
Do you know something about Dennis the Menace?
Please.
This is the most insane coincidence of all time, okay?
Okay.
Dennis the Menace, okay, is... Here in the UK, we have a children's character called Dennis the Menace, okay? He's that little cunt. He's got black spiky hair. He wears a black and red stripy top.
Yeah.
Every UK kid or adult over a certain age knows what you're talking about when you say Dennis the Menace, okay? We all have that picture in our mind, okay? America also has a Dennis the Menace, okay?
Okay.
Completely unrelated, okay? Completely separate thought, okay? He's a little blonde kid. He annoys his old man neighbor, okay? He's called Dennis, and he's a menace, all right?
Yeah.
Completely separate, okay? The two characters were first published on the exact same day. They are entirely separate.
You're joking.
Not a single shared idea was shared between the countries or the publishers. Entirely separate publishers, entirely different like magazines they appeared in and stuff, and yet they both appeared on the exact same day. How fucking insane is that?
That's what you wouldn't even know who to sue, would you? You'd just be like, well,
You can't sue anyone. There's no ground to it.
oh my god, that's baffling.
Yeah, truly.
Exactly. At least they're different design-wise. Imagine if they both wore like the same shit and had the same hair and stuff. That's insane.
Yeah, truly insane.
Isn't Dennis the Menace like the poster boy for the Beano as well? It's fairly prominent, I thought.
He's prominent. There's other characters, of which I don't know.
No, nor do I.
But yeah, I'm sure there are others.
Well, there you go. The more you know about Dennis the Menace and his various iterations of Dennis. The guy is walking along with his paper. He gets one bang punched by a leaf. Like, the leaf almost clotheslines him. It's quite outrageous, his reaction to the leaf flying into him. And he's almost ran over. There's a car coming down the road, but someone saves him. A meet cute. A lovely cute meet cute.
It is a meet cute, yeah. Yeah, a bit of fun. This is the 80s. The Doctor's gone back to spy on Clara's parents getting it on for some reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, the leaf, it really just like fucking knocks him out and takes him back to the road, doesn't it?
Yeah. It's baffling that it kind of had the effect on him that it did.
Have you ever had a leaf blow in your face?
Not like this cartoonishly, no. I've had like a leaf blow near me, but not to the effect where it was going to knock me out, no.
Also, clearly different leaf from last week.
You warned me about this.
I did warn you, yeah.
Is it different in the episode? Is it a different leaf later on in this very episode?
No, oh fuck it. It's the same design, it's the same shape.
Yeah, it's got the same. It's the same vibe of leaf.
It's the same basic structure. Yeah.
Okay.
But it has looked different in different instances.
Well, we'll see. We'll track the leaf as it goes.
And how long do leaves last anyway? Like, would it have rotted away or something?
It definitely would have withered, like in the cold weather and stuff.
And it's very like nice and crispy by the time Clara has it. Like it's a very crispy leaf, but like I feel like it would have rotted away after like fucking 25 years or however old Clara's supposed to be.
Yeah, it is. When you think about it, yeah, it is ridiculously old. Can you preserve it in the book? Because she keeps it in the book, doesn't she?
It's not preserved though. It's just in a book.
Yeah, but like that will stop it getting like weather damaged and like I don't know, other stuff.
Maybe according to you, a book is a leaf. So
no, that's not true.
That's what you said.
A leaf of a book is a leaf of a book.
A leaf of a book is a leaf of a book.
Yeah, there's a difference. It's not just a leaf. Books don't have leaves in them, apart from this one.
That's what I'm saying. Books don't have leaves.
They do. Not leaves. Leafs. Leafs.
Now I'm just so confused. What do you mean?
I'm regretting this. I'm regretting bringing this up. I won't do it. Next week, the riddle's going to be unrelated. All right, it's going to be something just completely stupid.
Next week there will be no riddle. All right, let me make that clear. Okay.
The week
after, I have no authority. Okay, I can't control what happens. All right.
You see more. So these are Clara's parents, by the way.
I said that. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, big spoiler alert. But there you go. Anyway, so they've been out. Obviously, some time has passed. They're enjoying each other's company. Do you know what a Harrington jacket is?
No, I don't.
I promise I'll let us get on in a minute.
But I guess I'm about to get a lesson in what that is.
No, it's not a lesson. It's just a form of 80s jacket. And I, for some reason, got obsessed with this when I was like 15, and I got one, and I thought it looked sick. Obviously, it was just like a knockoff from Primark or whatever. Right, it did that thing, when style comes back into fashion. Right, yeah. There was a day for the Harrington jackets back in Primark, and I got one, and I thought I looked sick in it. And whenever I see a picture of me in it, I go, I look like a fucking idiot.
Yeah, well, that always happens. You always like, that's just fashion. Whenever you're wearing it, you're like, oh, I'm the coolest person ever. And then like fucking a few years later, you look at yourself and you think, what the fuck was going on?
What was I doing there?
Yeah. That's just trends and fashion changing.
What's your most embarrassing look?
Never had one.
Oh no, he never missed.
I've never missed. All my fits have been successes. All right.
The haters keep trying to catch him lacking.
Yeah, and they can't. I'm always dripping. All right. They can't catch me. All right.
Right. So bro's got the leaferys. I thought he was going to propose here. Maybe he does, but
it's like their first date. Why do you think he's going to propose?
Because it seems it's super sentimental, isn't it? Like he just if this was a first date, bro is not getting a second. How he's so intense about this leaf.
Yeah, maybe we'll talk about that a little later.
Oh,
but like, but look, it's clearly very early on. All right.
All right. Well, the baby comes soon.
Baby does come soon. Yeah.
And then they point out that we see the dawn of the 101 Things to Do book. Was it Places to Go?
It was Clara's mum's book. 101 Places to See. I believe it is.
That's it.
Yes. Yeah.
And then we get like a very brief little montage of Clara, kind of some milestones in her growing up. She kicks a football, and we find out that the Doctor, who has been stalking them essentially for a couple of years, he gets a football to the head. Just gets big booted.
And then her dad says she wants to be Brian Robson.
Probably a footballer.
I assume was some sort of footballer of the day. Okay.
We host the Doctor Who podcast. There's no chance we picked up on this reference.
Let's pretend he said David Beckham.
Yes,
right?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's a footballer.
That's a footballer.
I'm pretty sure that's one.
This would have been the era. This is, oh God, probably, I don't know, what year was it when it started?
What year was what?
What year was Clara born?
What year was Clara born?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think she was supposed to be about 15 in 2005, so I'd assume 1990.
There you go. So we can say that around about, 2003-ish, let's say she was kicking that football. Let's just...
2003?
Yeah.
2000. If she's supposed to be 15 in 2005, you think in 2003 she was kicking a ball when she would have been fucking 13?
Look, I did bad maths, but in the spirit of not taking L's, I'm going to say the episode doesn't confirm it. Right? So there's a slither I can be right, okay?
You have a true sickness about not taking L's, okay? It's an absolute disease you have.
Did you notice that the Doctor, he gets hit in the head with a football, and then he tries to karate chop whoever he thought it was? He immediately...
Yes. He immediately pulls out the judo hayat ready to go, which I enjoy.
It's very fun.
That is very good. I enjoy that quite a lot. I'm still not over this 2003 thing. What age did you think she was?
I know in my head, right, that she is like 16, 15 in 2005. I just did bad maths. All right, that's all it was. I didn't assume she was a different age. I got it wrong.
Okay. I don't know how, but all right.
It's fun up until the next shot, which is essentially Clara's mum is just dead. Basically, she's got the fringe. Clara's got the fringe to indicate she's younger.
Okay, yeah, sure.
No, you know when they do that, they style someone's hair a little bit different.
Her dad looks hot. What's going on there?
Right, is this? I went back to try and see if this is the same bloke. I don't think it is.
No, I don't think it is either.
Yeah, but like,
I think
is he still supposed to
same.
be Clara's dad?
Yeah, he's Clara's dad. Who else would it be?
Well, I don't know, because I thought it might have been like a boyfriend or something.
A grey-haired boyfriend when she's 15 years old.
Is it a grey hair?
Arrest that man right now. Is he grey-haired? You are the most unobservant man in the universe.
But he doesn't. Why would they recast their dad?
Because he's older. Why did they recast Clara?
I guess, but he doesn't look. He doesn't. They haven't even made an effort with him. He doesn't look a thing like her dad. Like, they haven't even tried to give him the same colour hair.
You don't even know what he looks like. You didn't even know he had grey hair.
No, right.
But
I recognise this face is not the same man's face. So they haven't bothered. Right, if someone put a side by side of them together, no attempt was made whatsoever.
Who cares?
I care.
Why? You didn't even know what he looks like until a second ago. You still don't.
Look, let's not pretend that Clara looks 16 either, all right? She doesn't look 16. She's not pulling that off.
It's a TV show, Lawrence. Have you heard of them?
I have, all right? I'm just saying. An effort wasn't made for the dad. I don't think that's her dad.
Who else would it be?
I don't know, someone.
It's clearly her dad, you dickhead.
All right, fine. We're moving on.
I'm pretty sure it's the same guy who plays her dad in later episodes as well.
Oh, is it? Okay. Well, I don't know that. That's not fair. You can't use that against me.
No, but it's anyone with a shred of fucking media literacy would be able to tell that is clearly her dad. Let me share my screen.
All right,
Let me share my screen.
Right, in TV shows, when you're the actor playing the parents, you're not the one that typically gets a recast. When you're there's obviously a difference between the actress you hire for a 4-year-old versus a 15-year-old versus a 24-year-old, right? But when you're the dad and you're playing 30 to 50, you don't recast that. Well, the only time when we see Clara's young dad is for like 5 scenes, not even 5 scenes, like a couple of fucking shots. So why would we have him? All right, I can see he's got grey hair. I get it.
Who else is that going to be?
But it doesn't look a thing like him.
Who cares? He's a different actor. But what is your damage, my guy?
I'm just saying.
Who the fuck cares?
Why not just that guy looks like a young-ish guy, right? He's not like, if you're going to tell me he's 50, he's an extremely attractive and young-looking 50. There is no reason in my head why they would get that role recast. It didn't.
Because the other guy was like fucking 20.
I think you put some hair dye on that bloke, he could play 20.
Why are you beefing with this so much? Also, looking at it now, they do look alike. All right?
I don't think they do. I think you know that
look
they
at
don't.
This. I'll show you. Look at that face.
Yeah.
Okay? Look at that face.
I'm looking at him.
And then, look at that face. They actually do look alike.
All right, maybe they do.
Maybe it's the same fucking actor.
No, don't say that.
Let me look it up.
No. All right, in my defense, if it's the same actor, you also didn't know that. You thought it was a different bloke.
I didn't know, but I didn't go as hard on it as you, okay?
I'm worried now because the young Clara did look like he was wearing a wig. The young Clara's dad looked like he was wigged up.
Yep. Only one person is listed as Dave Oswald. Michael Dixon. Lawrence, I think it's the same fucking guy.
Fuck's sake.
It's the same fucking guy. And here you were beefing, saying he looks nothing like him.
In my defense, dramatic turnaround in vibes.
They took a wig off him.
No, they took a wig off him, but then he's also wearing like different vibed clothes. Like he's went from very 80s.
Yeah, because it's no longer the 80s.
I know, I get it, right? But what I'm saying is, I didn't have long to
It's
look.
gone from 1981 to 2005. Okay, yeah, my guy's gonna be dressed differently. All right.
You didn't know it was the same bloke either.
I didn't, but I also didn't beef him for fucking being an entirely different person. Okay.
All right, fine.
I largely didn't care.
Fine. Anyway, right.
Here is your L.
Oh, fine. I
Take
took an
it.
L. All right, fine. I'll
God.
admit it.
We're not even up to the fucking ad break yet. We're not even up to the intro sequence. Now we have to take an ad break because of this.
Okay. Well, we can
That's how
get
long
to
this has gone on.
the sting in just a second.
All right, hurry up. and then
Very
we'll
quick
take an ad.
second. Right, the Doctor goes back to the TARDIS. He's shown loads of images on the screen of Clara. We have Victorian Clara, then we also have Bells of St. John Clara, and just Clara throughout the ages. Right, he sees her growing up a little bit, and he starts essentially just humming and hawing to himself. He's either arguing with the TARDIS, showing him the pictures, or he's arguing with himself.
He's arguing with himself.
Yeah. So he's
Why would he argue with the TARDIS? The TARDIS isn't like, here, look at these pictures.
no, but
He's
it
obviously
did
looked
seem
the pictures up.
reactionary, like when the TARDIS was like flashing them up on the monitor, and he was like, "Oh, but it can't be," or something like that.
Do you think the TARDIS is doing that?
It can do. We've seen the TARDIS do plenty more stuff.
I mean, it can do, but
I don't know.
do you not think it's just the Doctor cycling through the images
It might be.
rather than the TARDIS showing him them?
Well, this is why I said it could be either way, but I quite like it. I like to think it's the TARDIS. Bit of interaction between the two.
All right.
Yeah. And he calls Clara not possible, and that's when we get the sting.
Anyway, here's an ad.
Yay.
Great ad. Right, what else?
We're back from the ads. Clara's waiting on the stairs in the house, right? We hear the TARDIS engine go, and then the doorbell go along with it. The Doctor is here, Nathan. He came back just like he said he would.
I like that she's holding her little book. She looks very cute, holding her little book, ready to go. She seems quite nervous as well.
Yeah.
As she's ready to go on this adventure, which is quite nice.
It's fun from like the end of last week where she was so confident and been like, well, we'll see if I say yes. But then she's like she's like a kid waiting to go to school on the first day. It's very cute.
Yeah. So in the TARDIS, the Doctor like immediately is very excited, and he's basically offered her the world on a plate, or he's offered her all of time and space on a plate, and then he's gone, "What do you want? Pick a moment to sing." She's like, "Fuck, brother, I don't know, man.
It's too big of a question, man.
Let me take a second." She's just like me. She's indecisive. I am famously indecisive. So, yeah, I'd be there all day. Like, what do I pick? You know?
Yeah, because you don't know if it's your last shot, right? What if it's a one and done trip situation? You got to get in the main thing you want to see.
You got to make it good.
Yeah.
You know?
You
You can't just waste it on like fucking, I don't know, France or something.
Yeah, just France in general.
Yeah.
Your beef with the French needs to end.
It never will, all right?
Clara doesn't know where to go, but she lands on the fact that she wants to see something awesome, which sets the Doctor off. He kind of immediately like knee-jerk reacts and spins around and starts going about on the console. Which I thought was very fun. He's obviously been prepared to show this to someone for a bit, because he's been alone for a long time as well, which we forget.
Yeah, we don't really know how long, really. Yeah.
So the Doctor does start to usher Clara out of the TARDIS. I like all of this. I really like this scene, because it's been a while since we've had, like... Amy was kind of, I think, the longest-serving companion in New Who. Almost certainly, right? Yeah, so
probably.
It's been a while since we've had a scene where someone, like, is shown something completely abstract, alien, and completely new from any experience they ever could have on Earth. And they put a lot of weight into it, the way the Doctor's, like, feel the warmth of an alien sun. And Clara's like a little bit nervous to like walk out and kind of go beyond the Doctor after he takes his hands away from her eyes. I just think it's a really cute scene.
It is very cute, yeah. I like it quite a lot. And yeah, they see it's helped by the fact that they are on this like really beautiful set where you get to see like the big like alien sun or planet or whatever it is, and then like the floating pyramids on the rocks and everything like that. It's so alien and so beautiful as well, which already helps to sell the idea.
Yeah,
of it.
It's something about all life in the universe originated here, or at least that's what like a legend says or something.
Well, it's a religion, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's the local religion of Akhaten, I believe.
Oh, are they the people? Are they?
Well, that's what the Doctor says. The pyramid is a holy site for the sun singers of Akhaten.
Aww. Clara wants to see it up close. Inquisitive. People are saying she's got no traits, so I disagree with this.
I also disagree massively, all right? And look, I'll probably get flamed again and people will be angry, but, all right? I don't care. I got to defend my girl, all right? People saying she's exactly the same as River. Disagree, okay? Just because they're both flirty does not mean they're both exactly the same character, okay? That's not the only trait that both of them have.
I would say that River's confident for a reason and Clara is overconfident and in over her head a lot of the time as well.
Maybe.
Like,
we'll see.
River, when shit gets hot, River knows how to fucking get out of a situation, whereas Clara's like, well, it's a good thing I've got the Doctor here, at least in this episode anyway.
Yeah,
but, yeah.
That's true.
So yeah, Clara wants to see it up close, and we get a big alien market scene, all sorts of aliens dotted about. I like that they're new designs and interesting designs, and it's not just, remember the bar where Captain Jack is?
It's not just recycled fucking...
Yeah.
There's a Slovene and a fucking a Raxacorico, fucking, oh, well, that's a Slovene.
Yeah.
Fucking whatever, you know, a Mox of Balhoun, but he's red or whatever, and all this sort of stuff.
It's not like an assortment of like the cheapest costumes they could just pull out of storage. Like there's not a Hath walking around, which is essentially a fish mask and a boiler suit.
Yeah. It's true.
Yeah.
It's true. No, it all looks good. They did a good job to like really diversify like the alien species and all the creatures that are wandering about and stuff. It looks great. It's just so alien and so like fucking overwhelming in a sense, but in a fun way, which is very fun. Yeah. I love it quite a lot. I always have this thing, and I can't remember it now if there was, but I have this thing where, well, it's not really my thing, but it's like whenever there's some kind of exotic marketplace in a movie or a TV show, without fail, there will always be someone frying something. Okay, that's what they do to sell it. There is always someone frying some kind of exotic food in a pan. Okay,
yeah.
It happens fucking twice in Rogue One. Okay, twice. All right. But I don't know if there was in this scene. But if there was, it would fit in there.
Almost certainly. That's so accurate. I've never thought about that before.
I've told you that multiple times.
I don't remember.
Possibly on a podcast before.
Listen, you can't hold me to remember everything that happens on a podcast.
No, I can't. You have the memory of a fucking fish.
All right, what have I said to you? Name one thing I've said to you 4 episodes back. Name it.
4 episodes? What episode was that?
I don't know.
That would be...
You can choose AHP or Still Got Legs.
Yeah, but what specific episode? I'm trying to remember.
I don't know. We established I'm not good at maths and counting, all right?
4 episodes would be Bells and John. That would be The Power of 3. What did you tell me in The Power of 3?
Probably something very insightful, I would say.
Probably not. You told me you hated the ending originally and you thought it was shit, and then I explained the tea as to how it actually became that way and what happened with the actor and everything like that, and then you came around and changed your opinion on it.
All right, these are true.
Because of the given evidence.
But in my defense, if we're talking 4 episodes back for me, I can remember you telling me why the ending of The Power of 3 was excusable because of all the production shortcomings.
After I just mentioned it.
No, I was thinking that before you even said it.
Was you? Yeah, okay, I'm sure it was. Yeah.
Did you like the Doctor has got a secret handshake with one of them, which involves a pelvic thrust?
It's not a secret handshake.
All right, no, but you know what I mean. They've got a thing going on.
Yeah, I don't think it's their thing again. I think it's just it's something for that particular species. But yeah, I did enjoy that. That's very fun.
The blue fruit. Is that being fried? Does that come out of a pan of anything?
No, he just pulls out. They're in a little basket.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
They look good though. Little glowing blue fruit. Apparently they're not good because Clara takes a bite out of it and then immediately goes, no, not for me, and then just puts it back, which is a bit gross, but whatever.
Yeah. Well, the rules of this market still seems horrendous.
No one paying for this with their memories or whatever. What's going on here?
The Doctor doesn't agree though. He loves it. He's having a bite of one a bit later on.
Yeah, sure. The Doctor also mentions that he came here a long time ago with his granddaughter.
Which you see Clara kind of go, but then the episode moves too quick for them to bring that up again.
It moves too quick, yeah. Susan.
Oh, Susan. Much to discuss. Yeah. Surprisingly much to discuss.
Much to discuss.
Much about not a lot. And that's the sizzle I'll leave you with. So there's so many. The reason the marketplace is so crammed and it's kind of busy at the minute is because people are here because there's a festival of offerings going on. Every 1,000 years when the rings align, A lot of people gather to, I don't know, I guess pay tribute, offer up offerings and stuff. The Doctor says it's a big thing, like Pancake Tuesday.
Yeah.
I can't remember the last time I made Pancake Tuesday a big thing, but...
No, me neither. No, not a big fan of it, to be honest. Like, if I want to have pancakes, I'll just have pancakes, all right?
Yeah, I don't need a day
I'm
for
not
it.
waiting about for one day a year where I eat nothing but pancakes, okay? And there are some people that do. There are some people that never have pancakes. And then when Pancake Tuesday comes around, they're like, right, breakfast, pancakes, lunch, pancakes, dinner, tea, pancakes.
Be sick of it though, wouldn't you?
Outrageous. What are you doing?
If you're gonna have a pancake, are you going for like a savoury, like a breakfast pancake, or are you going for like the almost like the crepe style pancakes, the thin boys?
I don't know what you mean by a crepe style pancake.
Well, like a thin, you know, when you can buy them in a shop and they're just like thin as fuck, or are you making them?
All right,
No, you're
more
knocking the
often-
wind out of my sails today. You must know what the difference between two pancakes are.
More often than not, I'm buying a pancake.
Yeah,
But it's not a thin one, though. I'm not buying a thin pancake. Well, I guess it depends on your definition of thin, but it's not like a sheet of paper.
But there's a difference between like, you know, the like American breakfast style pancakes you see in movies and stuff, where they've got like 100 pancakes piled up. In like every morning scene of Breaking Bad, there's like 1,000 pancakes on the table.
I get the pancakes in the little packs from Asda. Sometimes they have white chocolate chips in them. That's the one I like.
Ooh, okay, so they must be thick enough to include fillings then.
Well, there's just little chips in them.
I know, but we're determining.
No thicker than a cookie.
Okay, all right. I'm still quizzical about what pancakes you're consuming.
It's just a pancake. Why am I being grilled on them fucking pancakes?
So, someone...
What pancakes do you like, fuck boy?
I don't... What the fuck?
Go on.
I'll have a Scotch pancake year round.
What the fuck is a Scotch
Oh my
pancake?
god, one that you can put in a toaster and have for breakfast. Yeah, right, no, I'm not even having this, right? Everyone in the world knows what a Scotch pancake is. They're in every bread aisle of every fucking supermarket. I'm not having this.
All right. I've got no idea what the fuck a Scotch pancake is.
This is ludicrous.
This is exactly what I'm talking about. This is exactly the style of pancake I'm talking... Oh, wait, actually, no, it's not. No, wait, it is, yeah. This, but with some chocolate chips in it. Some white chocolate chips.
All right, so you're a Scotch pancake enjoyer too.
I refuse to call it a Scotch pancake. I don't like this term you just made up for
It's
it.
not a term, or it's a thing. You just Googled it and found out it was a thing.
No, I don't like this
And in
name,
fact, you
just
found out
assigned
it
to
was the thing.
No, I haven't found out it was the thing. I found out it was a thing, all right?
All right.
I don't like this term you've just assigned to it, okay?
It's not me. I don't do this.
I don't think the world knows what a Scotch pancake is. You go to an American, of which we have some listeners, and ask them what a Scotch pancake is. They're not going to have a fuck.
No, but for them, it's just pancakes, isn't it? Like,
I'll be honest, pancake talk has gone on way longer than I thought it would, considering it's not even part of the episode.
all right, fine. So a thing barks at Clara. We get some context as to what. No. We haven't got that context yet. All right, lovely Lady Dorian. We don't know her yet.
Dorian?
Oh, Doreen.
Excuse you. You're thinking of Dorian.
I was thinking of blue head guy.
Yes.
Anyway, Clara gets barked at.
Just like me, for real.
No, stop it. It's not that kind of bark. This is in fact a moped rental bark request. Like, you want these mopeds?
You don't know that's not what I'm doing.
I think I'd garner a guess.
Well, you don't know, so
Maybe you have do you have mopeds to dish out?
maybe.
I see a lot going on in your elusive life. This is why you never want to share. At the start of the episodes, you've been on a moped sales streak.
I'm not letting you know about my business.
All right, fine. But yeah, so the doctor, Clara's like, what the fuck's this thing? And then the doctor's like, it's not a thing. This is Doreen. Lovely lady.
No one said thing. Only you said thing. All right. Stop trying to ensnare everyone into your racism.
All right, no, but you know,
okay?
but what you take away from this is that Clara is like, I'm being barked at and it's scary.
To be fair, Clara did say, "Why is it angry?"
There we are.
The doctor says, "It's not an it. It's a she." Doreen, meet Clara. Clara, meet Doreen.
What do you think of Doreen? I like Doreen.
She was quite nice. Why is the doctor giving her a little scratch though? It seems a bit odd.
That is odd. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I guess she's basically a dog, but like.
Yeah, but you don't affect. I mean, you do to a dog, but not to someone that's like. Doreen knows enough about the world to sell you mopeds. You don't go up and scratch someone that knows that much.
She seems to enjoy it, though.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
We don't know their culture.
We know a bit. Well, we find out a bit because Clara asks how much it costs to rent the moped. Clearly quite interested in this transaction going on. But the doctor says it's actually not money. Their currency here is something valuable, something that has sentimental value. A photograph, a love letter, something like that. That's what used for currency here. Here being Akhaten.
Must be, like, in terms of their economy, must be horrible, right? Because you've got to run out eventually.
Yeah, you'd imagine so.
Yeah.
But then, well, you'd run out of money eventually. But
then I
it
guess,
just cycles around.
If they're trading it like money, I guess, like, the more you work, the more you earn sentimental gifts from other people.
Well, yes, kind of, I guess.
But then doesn't it lose its sentimentality and you can't trade it anymore because it's not sentimental to you?
I don't fucking know. I didn't write the script.
Because then you could print money, couldn't you? You could just be like, you'd find a ring on the street and be like, this was my wife's and she passed away.
You can't make it up. No, you can't make it up because like Dorian, she weighs the ring's sentimental value later on, doesn't she?
Okay, all right.
So they can determine exactly how much sentimental value something has. You can't just bullshit your way through the system.
Right, okay. What if you're just a prick, though? You just have to live poor. Like, what if you don't give a fuck about stuff?
Well, start.
I guess so, yeah. Get your bread up, mate.
Teaches you to be nice.
I guess. It's a lovely concept.
You wouldn't last 2 seconds here.
I got loads of sentimental stuff.
You'd be broke within the week, all right? You don't have any sentimental stuff.
I'm wearing a wedding ring.
All right.
What?
You've gotten rid of every present I've ever gave you.
That's not true.
Where's my pillow?
It is in my third bedroom.
Prove it.
No, because it is across the hall and I'm not getting up to go get it. I'll send you
the third bedroom that no one uses.
I use it.
For what?
Putting washing on.
Wanking.
Oh, what is wrong with you? I'm moving on.
So did you just say putting washing in?
As in, it's also a guest room.
You got any guests stay there?
My mum and my drunk and then hungover brother-in-law. So yes.
Brother-in-law's not old enough to get drunk.
Who are you? The police?
Yes.
Get off his back. Anyway, we need to move the fuck on here.
We do. Did not think this episode would go on very long, but clearly it will by the fucking looks of it.
All right. So yeah, no the concept of sentimentality and like that being their currency. I think that's lovely. I think it's obviously telling to what this episode is about as a whole, and I think it's nice. It's a very interesting thing.
I still think you don't have my pillow.
I'll send you a picture of this pillow later on.
You better. It is nice. What was I going to say? Oh yeah. So then Clara asks the doctor, "Well, you're like 1,000 years old or whatever. You've probably got something that you care about to pay with." And then he like pulls out his sonic screwdriver and goes, "Maybe," but then it's like, "No, obviously not. Could never get rid of my baby G."
Did the doctor disappear quickly to you? Like just Clara kind of like notices a girl and then swivels around and the doctor is just gone.
Yeah. This TV thing.
He's got to be removed. He's just.
Yeah, he could have rounded a corner or something.
True. Found more people to fist bump or do his handshake with or something.
Yeah, probably. He's always going off exploring and getting himself into hijinks.
True. Just left Clara. Yeah. Never been off the planet Clara. Just abandoned straight away.
Well, you know, the doctor's not one to just like hold your hand and be like, stick by my side at all times and everything like that.
That is true. Yeah.
He's very much a let's explore and have fun sort of thing.
It's a test. You know? See what Clara does with her time.
I don't know if it's a test, but yeah.
Maybe not. Yeah, true. All right, so yes, the doctor disappears, and there's a little red-robed girl who bumps into Clara. She's like sprinting around the corner and kind of bumps into Clara. Clara's like taken aback by it, but then the girl darts off before they've got a chance to say anything. And then immediately after that, two blokes in the same robe essentially show up and they go, "Have you seen?" I can't remember exactly what they say, but they're looking for the Queen of Years.
That's what they say. They say, "Have you seen the Queen of Years?"
Well, there you are. Clara's kind of what does she do? She kind of just like fucks off out of that scenario. I haven't got how she leaves that.
She just says like, "Who?" And then they just walk off, basically.
They're like, "This person knows fuck all. We're off."
Yeah.
But Clara's not content. She goes to investigate. There's a lot of stuff. We'll get to it, especially in a minute as well. But there's a lot of stuff in this that I like that Clara does take on traits of the Doctor. This is what I said earlier. Right? It baffles me that people are thinking that there's kind of nothing to her. Like, the fact that the Doctor isn't even there, she doesn't go... She looks around to see where the Doctor is and she can't see him, but it doesn't stop her going and being like, well, where's that little girl I just saw?
There's a little girl in trouble. She's not going to, like, just abandon that. She's not just going to be like, it's probably nothing, and, walk away. She wants to help.
It reminded me of the Amy's second story, Amy's first off-world story, which I thought was quite cute. But yeah, so Clara goes to investigate, and she kind of runs away again. They have this kind of, I don't really know how to describe it. It's kind of like a back and forth where they keep they're on each other's tails a little bit, and then they kind of both laugh when they realize they're both running away from something that is so not a threat to them.
Yeah. The little girl's not too sure about Clara. She's like, are you a threat? Are you a friend? What's going on here? She's a little bit wary, and then Clara gives a little laugh. And that seems to put the girl at ease, and they both start having a little laugh together. Yeah, which is nice.
She's good with kids.
She is. I was just gonna say she is good with kids. We know she's a nanny, but this to me, this screams Clara's already a teacher. Okay, I know people do have issue with the fact that she just became a teacher out of nowhere just because it's never explicitly said in the show. Okay, but read between the lines, man. All right, I don't think everything needs to be explicitly said and pointed out. Okay, I think things just, and sure, it may not have been something that came up until later, but this to me, this just says she is a teacher. She's just not at the moment. She's taken a year off or whatever between getting her degree and then actually doing the job.
Is that a thing that people get the arse about, that Clara?
Yeah, some people. Yeah,
but why?
Because it is just like the day of the Doctor. Suddenly she's a teacher now. So and it hasn't been mentioned before that.
Right. Okay.
So, but it's it does come a little out of nowhere. But
enough traits exist for them to have made that a logical leap, though.
Yeah. I think it's fine. Yeah.
God, we're gonna get cooked. You mostly, because you're more an adamant
I'm
defender.
Clara's bigger defender, yeah. If Clara has fucking one defender, it's me, okay?
If she has no defenders, I am dead.
Yes, exactly. All right.
But yeah, so I like the moment Clara obviously kind of consoles her a little bit, or at least alleviates some tension by doing that little laugh. And the girl kind of confesses that she's obviously on the run and she's scared, and Clara's there to help. And she says she knows the perfect box. Which is somewhere to hide, I think the little girl says.
Yeah, the girl says she needs to hide. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then then some creatures appear and they're like, Mary, where are you?
I did not know what they said, and I don't think we know her name's Mary at this point. And I was thinking what the fuck are they saying? And it sounded like Harry to me. I know it isn't Harry.
It's Mary.
Because it's in that kind of whispery tone. They're like, Harry.
No, they're saying Mary.
We don't know her name's Mary yet. I didn't have that context.
Well, they're saying her name and they're saying Mary. That's the context.
I think they said Harry. If you listen again, I think you'll find I'm right.
Oh, great. Okay.
So, right, this is the big thing that I kind of noted down, right? Clara gets to be the Doctor again. Right? She gets that moment where she, likes to show off. She saying, I know the perfect box. And then taking someone away and showing them the TARDIS, and the little remarks that the girl makes, she sees the TARDIS and goes, but it's teeny, it's teeny tiny there or whatever. And Clara goes with a little grin, she goes just you wait. And it's this isn't your ship, relax a bit. Do you know what I mean?
That's what the TARDIS is saying as well.
Yeah.
Fuck you. Who do you think you are?
I'm not opening for that.
Door's locked, actually.
I'm not a gimmick you can just pull out, all right? I want a bit more respect.
These doors are locked,
But I don't know. I presume this land for you, this moment, because this is obviously something I don't know. I know people say it, but I don't have any real context for how it develops and stuff. But this is a thing that Clara idolizes the Doctor almost to a fault, right?
Yeah. I'm not going to say too much.
You're being coy. You're not giving it away.
Yeah, I'm playing my cards close to my chest.
Okay, all right.
So I'm trying to sneak ahead. You.
Okay, all right, fine. But no, I do like these moments where you can clearly see that she's, I wouldn't even necessarily say taking on mannerisms, but she's impressed by it. She's impressed by this lifestyle and she wants to kind of emulate it in a little way, or at least to the best that the TARDIS will let her.
Maybe. But they can't get in the TARDIS, so they just go have a little sit around the bar.
Yeah.
Which is quite cute.
It's a fair compromise. There's a tight squeeze back there. So
Yeah, we can hide behind there. That's all you really need. She said she knows the box where they can hide, and they're using a box to hide. So
there we are. Yeah.
she's not wrong, technically.
No,
all right?
it's one of them
See,
technicalities where her ego goes like unchecked. She's like fine with it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So here Mary does say, I'm Mary Galere, the Queen of Years.
I thought it was Hairy Glare, the Queen of Years. No.
Yeah, no. Well, you're wrong and an idiot. And you didn't even do your freestyle rap.
I don't know. It's not fair. You can't bring this up here.
I can and I will.
No.
Yeah.
So yeah, it turns out I think the way she said it is no one is hunting Mary, right? But she says she's scared of getting it wrong. And we don't really have much of a clue about what that is for yet, what she's scared of getting wrong. But she describes herself essentially as the chosen at birth vessel of knowledge, right? She kind of harbors the knowledge of every like poem and scripture and all of this culture's history, which has been it's obviously a pretty big burden. But she's been given the job of singing to the gods. And what does Clara go on to say? Is a big story about her mum or something.
Yeah, she says that basically everyone's scared when they're little, and she used to be scared about getting lost, and how then she did, in fact, get lost on a Blackpool Pleasure Beach when she was younger, and then her mum found her, and then they had fish and chips, and everything was fine.
Cute.
Yeah, you ever been to Blackpool Pleasure Beach?
I can't say I have. Never been to Blackpool.
You're missing out.
What's the attractions?
Blackpool Pleasure Beach, it's a theme park.
Sounds a bit dirty.
You're just thinking of the word pleasure.
Well, it sounds a bit dirty, doesn't it? A pleasure beach. So that comes across as a bit seedy, no?
Yes, but like this was a theme park that was made like over 100 years ago or some shit, you know.
They should update it for the times. It should be the Blackpool Joyous Beach.
Sometimes I regret speaking.
Speaking in general.
Just in general, yeah.
All right, fine.
You just ruined a nice thing.
It's not. No, it is a nice thing. I didn't ruin
it.
Thing. No, I know it's a nice thing.
You ruined it with your seedy thoughts. Okay, it's a lovely place filled with delightful memories. Okay,
none for me. That's why I'm jaded. Maybe I'm just bitter that I haven't been to the pleasure beach.
Maybe stop saying the pleasure beach. Okay, it's not the pleasure beach. All right.
All right, so Clara...
Also, it might be Pleasure Island, now that I think about it.
Pleasure Island?
It's one of them. Anyway, stop.
Okay.
Move on.
Sounds horrible in that. Don't call it an
lovely.
island.
Big roller coaster?
I've never been a fan of roller coasters. I'm scared of them, if I'm honest.
Grow up.
Oh, Jesus Christ. You're not scared by them?
No.
What if they break? I've seen so many videos of faulty ones that just pop up.
Why would they break?
Because they can do.
Yeah.
Then
but they also can't.
Yeah, I'm saying this. I'm realizing I get in
when
cars.
Do you know when you see the one video of them breaking?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know how many other times it's operated completely safely throughout the day?
Yeah, but what?
And throughout the week, and throughout the month, and throughout the year.
Oh, but what if I'm the one?
Then you're very, very unlucky.
I just know now that I built it up in my head. If I get on one, I know it'll be the one.
What if you're the one to get into a car crash? Or sorry, the one out of 10,000 that there will be, okay?
Yeah. It's just scary. And I don't like heights.
Grow up.
Well, you're scared of heights as well, aren't you?
Yeah, but I like roller coasters.
Okay, fine. You'll put it to the side for roller coasters.
Well, I say that. I haven't been on a roller coaster in about fucking 15 years or something.
Well, there you go. But you can be at the bottom with me holding the bags of everyone else.
No, that's the dead shit's job there, not me. That is absolutely the dead shit's job.
What are we doing then? If the dead shit's
I'm on the roller
bags?
coaster.
Oh, you're okay.
I'm on the roller coaster. I'm not waiting about like some dead shit. All right.
I don't want to be alone with the dead shit. Oh no, am I the dead shit?
You are. If you're worrying about holding bags, then you are the dead shit.
Yeah, it's true. I once did get an invite to go to Thorpe Park, and I was like, I don't want to go on roller coasters. And they were like, no, but just come in for the fun of it. I was like, what is the fun of it outside of roller coasters?
What a mel you are.
I don't like them. They're spooky.
They're not spooky.
They're scary.
They're fun.
I don't like them, all right? I'm saying it. I'm on record. I don't like them. No one invite me to roller coasters. Same with the fucking when they do Fright Nights and stuff like that. I don't like that either.
What do you like?
Not paying someone to be scared. I don't like that. I pay someone not to be scared.
Being scared is fun though.
I'd slip someone a tip in Thorpe Park's Fright Night to not scare me. Please leave me alone.
That's just life though. That's just everything else. Look, being scared is fun.
I don't like it. Even watching horror movies, I watched fucking Longlegs recently, right? It's not even that scary at the end of it, but I started the movie when it was nighttime, and by the end of it, it was very scary. Even though it wasn't that scary, but I didn't like the dark.
You're such a coward. Oh my god.
I don't like scary things.
Being scared is fun though. You know that little fucking after that you get scared, and then afterwards, like, that's the fun part. That adrenaline rush, that sense of relief.
Yeah, but I'd like it if I was in a group of people. But I was watching this on my laptop in my bed at like 1 a.m. There was no fun.
Your
there.
wife, I assume your wife was next to you. She's there to keep you safe.
Yeah, but she weren't keeping me safe. She was sleeping.
Well, so
I have to keep her safe, Nathan. I was the one awake.
Well, this is entirely a scenario of your own creation, then.
Yeah,
isn't it?
I know.
Watch it during the day with the lights on and the curtains open.
But I wanted to indulge myself in the vibe. I wanted to give it a go. No, you're right. I wanted to give it a go, and I hated it. I didn't like it.
All right.
Anyway, oh my god, we need to stop going on tangents.
You are a big fraidy cat, though. You are a big cat.
I am, but
yeah,
I can admit it.
Do you enjoy anything?
Yeah. Don't ask me to name them, but yeah.
What do you enjoy?
Not scary movies. I enjoy being level to the ground.
Forget about movies, all right? If we're gonna go to a theme park, are you just gonna hang about all day?
Yeah.
And just be like, I'll just be over here, guys.
I've downloaded some movies.
I'll just be watching this movie on my phone.
I'll be watching Longlegs with the sun beating down on my laptop screen.
You taking your laptop to a theme park?
If I've got nothing else to do there, yeah, absolutely. I'll sit in the, they've got like little stands for like beer and stuff. I'll go and sit on one of those little benches with all the dead shit bag holders. We'll all watch Longlegs on my laptop.
More severe disappointment. You know?
To who?
Everyone.
This is outrageous.
Not too long ago, we was planning a trip to Disneyland. What was you gonna fucking do?
Well, no, because Disneyland's got way more stuff that isn't just roller coasters. Like there's attractions there that aren't just look at this ride. Like you can get your own lightsaber and stuff. That's cool. I would have loved all of that stuff.
That is true, to be fair. And Disneyland rides are very low key as well. They're like, look at these weird puppets while you're on a boat. Or whatever,
yeah, I don't mind that stuff that I'm staying level to. I don't mind any of that. That's fine. But I don't like stuff jumping out at me, and I don't like going high up. Keep me on the ground or the floor, if you would.
Oh god,
that's what you call a callback, ladies and gentlemen. Right. Anyway,
right,
Doctor
let's
Who.
move on because we're fucking 1 hour and 12 minutes into this. We're hardly anywhere through it.
We're gonna have to breeze through a bit of this. All right.
Yeah. All right. Let's just skip forward. What do we get to?
Okay. Right. Let's skip forward. So, to be fair, the next thing is fairly important. It's the song. It's the big lullaby.
Yeah.
So the Queen of Years, she walks into a green screen stadium. Looks a bit ropey, but I forgive it. It's fine.
No, it doesn't. It looks fine.
No, when the Doctor runs in, it looks a bit jagged. It looks a little bit. I tell you what, the moped shit that looks bad.
Yeah, moped shit looks bad.
Yeah.
This looks fine.
All right.
Leave the stadium alone. Okay. There's all these creatures and characters about.
That's it. It's packed with loads of practical stuff. It looks cool. Yeah, but.
Yeah, but you just said you hated it.
No, I don't. I think it looks ropey, but I like.
You said you hated it and it looks like shit, and everyone involved in the production should kill themselves.
Yeah,
Those were your actual words, Lawrence. Okay.
Yeah, but we cut that. All right. It's okay. I don't know why I'm putting myself in hot water for your joke. I didn't say this. Right, so the Queen of Years walks into the stadium. The Doctor rushes after her. I like that he's kind of a little bit late, and there's people around him are like shushing him and stuff. That's a bit fun. And the little girl, Mary, she stands on the podium, and Clara gives her a bit of a reassuring look, and she starts to sing. Some other bloke starts harmonising with her. I do like this.
He's
concept.
all the way over there.
Way over there, indeed.
He's over there
Yeah. So they're
in another pyramid or in a pyramid.
Are they mic'd up?
Nah, it's just sound.
Just one of them things.
It's just sound travel. No, but there is weird things about sound traveling though. Like sound does just travel in spaces.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know enough about this space, I guess.
Depends on the design of a space, and like obviously like fucking theater has been around for thousands and thousands of years. Microphones relatively new in the term of things. Okay?
True. Yes.
So obviously they had to fucking design the theaters to amplify the sound and everything like that.
That is fair. I saw a video of an organ player in the Royal Albert Hall this week. Right.
Great.
And normally, see,
That's a nice story. Anyway.
No, you are right. You are right. We need to move along. Right. Here's the too long didn't read version. The organ was super loud and she was happy.
Great. Lovely. What a nice story.
So it turns out the song is a lullaby. It's played endlessly to keep the gods asleep, and it's passed from singer to singer across generations.
Snow.
Are you underlaying me? Okay, cool. Right, people place their sentimental items and offer them as a gift to the old god. The Doctor even joins in with the crowd. They all start singing. Everyone's kind of gets involved after a while, and the Doctor starts singing. He doesn't know the words, which I thought was quite funny. He does kind of trail off.
Yeah.
which I enjoyed. But then, what happened here? Did the bloke in red sing a fucked note?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, because he kind of like, he's like singing, he's going, la, oh, and he kind of, but then maybe it's just because of reaction.
No, I think he just finishes, and then he looks a little sad because of the rumbling starts.
Right.
Not that rumbling. We'll get to that rumbling soon.
Okay,
Don't worry
yeah.
about that.
Okay.
No, you don't know what I'm talking about. That's a different thing.
Oh.
That's another Happy Pod thing.
I
Don't
thought you were
worry.
just speeding us along.
No, don't worry. Some people will know what I'm talking about. Some people won't. But you will figure it out soon.
Okay.
Don't worry.
Sizzle for me, sizzle for some.
Yeah.
All right, I like it. I thought...
Not really worth it, to be honest, but sure.
Okay. So yeah, I thought that he'd fucked it for everyone. The way he kind of like reacted, I was like, did he just fuck it up? Is now the god gonna wake up just because of this guy's a shit singer or something?
I think the god was always going to wake up.
Okay, like a matter of time situation.
Like a what?
A matter of time situation.
Oh, yes. I thought you said a maritime situation. I was like, were there sailors? Oh, no.
Okay. Well, you could sail the seven seas of space technically on these mopeds.
Well, again, just take the L. All right.
All right.
Yeah, Mary looks a little bit scared, and then like the priest starts to sing again. He's like, maybe I can fix this, brother. You can't. It's over. And then Mary's like put in a little transport bubble, and then is whisked off.
Yeah, she starts getting like tractor beamed away essentially.
Yeah, she put a little bubble, and then she floats off. Have a little bubble.
So
I like the here Clara's immediately like, what the fuck's going on? Is no one going to help her? Everyone help her. And then the Doctor just quickly springs into action. Like, I'll help her.
Yeah.
It's
a great Doctor moment, especially considering where we saw him just a couple of episodes ago, where he was like, I just fucking sit in my cloud and do niche, to be honest with you. But yeah, so the Doctor immediately jumps into action. Earlier on in the episode, he told Clara, something you need to know about traveling with me is we never... Wait, no, that's here, isn't it?
That's it's literally this scene.
Okay, yeah. Doing a callback. Well, right now in the episode,
Clara says, "Why are we walking away? We can't just walk away."
Yeah.
And then the Doctor turns to her and says,
he says, "Like I said earlier, Clara, off screen."
No, he says, "There's one thing you need to know about traveling with me. Well, one thing apart from the blue box and the two hearts. We don't walk away." Which is nice. It
is nice. It's a little triumphant moment for him, and I like that. Again, you've got that little smirk on Clara's face. She's like, "Oh, this man's something." A bit of me.
Anyway, they need a moped.
They do need a moped. If only we met someone earlier that was a moped dealer
and a dog
and
a dog woman
who loves sentimental stuff.
Well, they all love that's the current.
That's true.
They all just love sentimental stuff. That's not exclusive to Doreen.
Yeah, true. But Doreen's out there hustling. Maybe she likes.
All right, shut up. Anyway, Laurie, we don't have time. All right. They need to buy the little or buy a ride from the moped. I don't know why in this pressing emergency Doreen just can't give it away, but whatever, they got to make money. I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hustlers are hustling.
Yeah, hustle gonna hustle. Clara says, you're 1,000-year-old. What have you got? And he's got just this, but I don't want to give it away. It comes in handy. And she's like, is that it? Your spanner? He's like, excuse you. All right.
You haven't been watching Doctor Who.
That screwdriver.
Yeah. I know the infamous line.
To quote one terrible man.
Yeah. That's fair. Yeah. He was largely a bad bloke.
He was largely a bad bloke, yeah.
But so Clara has to give something away because the Doctor, aside from his spanner, has got nothing much worth giving. Or does he? We'll get to that. Someone wrote in a really interesting thing.
Amy's glasses, spoiler alert.
And indeed. So Clara has her mum's ring. She kind of reluctantly parts with that. Again, a nice character trait. Selfless. Mm-hmm. What are people doing? Watch this stuff.
Not paying attention to the story, Lawrence. That's what they're doing.
Shame on you.
They're going in with their preconceived notions and their arms folded. I'm gonna get fucking flamed. and they're going, I don't like this character.
Well, in my defense, later on, right, there's something that I always made fun of, and I was so wrong to do so, and we'll get there.
Well, here we go. Let's see.
Here we go. Well, not yet. That's the end of the episode.
Lawrence is about to eat some delicious humble pie.
It was,
which I have been baking.
Oh no, it was tasty. Right, I ate it with
13
pride.
13 years now.
I'm now on the right side of history. I'm a Clara truther.
You never have been on the right side of history.
Oh no.
In all matters. Don't forget we forgot about your slur the other week.
No.
When you saw the lovely lesbian couple and you're like, lesbian.
That's not what happened.
We all remember it.
For fuck's sake. Right, so anyway, their business with Doreen concludes. They moped away. Close-up city right here. Hiding some very shaky green screen, but that's okay.
Yeah. Look, this was a cheap episode. Well, I say that. But there would have been some money spent on the costumes and the set and everything like that. Yeah. Save money where you can, you know?
Yeah, but you can tell that they put money into places where they wouldn't normally put it and kind of removed it from other aspects. So I'm fine with that. It's like a fucking 5-second scene.
Yeah, it's fine. Whatever.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Get off their back, everyone.
Yeah.
Everyone else.
You get off their back, Lawrence.
No, not me.
You get off their back. Yes.
So the little girl Mary,
I like that they land and they're just like, Clara, you have to get off me. It's like, why? It's like, because you're really fucking hurting me. Get off me.
Yeah, it's great.
And she's just like clinging on to life.
As you fucking would as well. By the way, terrifying that thought of a moped in space. But
would be pretty scary. Yeah.
Great design of the moped as well, though.
Forget about the moped.
All right, sorry.
We should be wrapping up now.
So a little girl's taken to the door. The Doctor can't break through it, even with a very noble shoulder barge effort, which I did appreciate. He kind of does a run up and barge, and it doesn't budge, obviously, at all.
He has a good go though, bless him.
Yeah, it's an earnest attempt. And little Mary in there, she's got no idea what to do, but a pretty freaky god-like creature who's trapped behind this kind of glass cage. His eyes kind of dart open. He's got these kind of ugly red eyes, and it scares the fuck out of Mary.
Yeah, sure.
And me too.
Scare the fuck out of me as well. Yeah. That priest is singing, he's doing a little chant song, and it's like, oh, he, oh, ha, oh, he, oh, ha, do not wake from slumber.
Yeah.
It's the only bit I know.
The literal lyric, very literal lyrics in this culture.
Yeah.
But
yeah. Do not wake from slumber.
Tell you what though, bangers all round this episode.
Well, maybe. We'll see.
Okay. Screwdriver opens the door. Fun spin on it.
He screwdrivers it. He opens the door.
Yeah, but no, it's a fun way he does it because he has to like hold it.
Yeah. No, this is a bit of fun. Adds a good bit of like comedic performance for Matt Smith as well, having to like bear the weight of the door with his little screwdriver, I guess, which is a bit of fun. And then like Mary's suddenly like, I don't want to go with you. Actually, he's like, oh come on, mate, this is really heavy.
Yeah, the way he's just like Clara is kind of botching any attempt to get her out, and he's like, fuck me.
Yeah.
I like this. We always say sometimes the screwdriver can be like the kind of just the device that makes the plot go. Like the Doctor needs to get through somewhere, the sonic screwdriver will fix it. He needs to scan something, the sonic will fix it. But this adds a nice fun spin to a pretty tired trope in Doctor Who in general. But just add a nice bit of flavour to it. It's good fun.
And then the Doctor, like he pretty much gets the sense that Mary's just not gonna leave, and she's like, and so the doctor's like, "You're just gonna stay here then?" And Mary's like, "Yeah," and he's like, "Fair enough," and then just turns it off and then steps inside, and Clara's like, "Did you just lock us in?"
Yeah. It's a fair question. This thing's gonna eat souls, so like, I don't blame Clara for being a bit scared. This is what I meant earlier, right? Where she like kind of, she is a bit in over her head. The fact that she tries to kind of coerce Mary to come out of the room, and she's not really the one that manages it, whereas the doctor is able to kind of roll in and kind of get through to her a lot quicker and more effectively.
Lawrence, back off, all right? She's new.
I know
she's
she's new.
She's learning. Back off.
Look, this is not a criticism of the character. I think she's layered. I think she's deeper than a lot of people reckon. I think she has flaws, and that is character development, and that's good.
Yeah. Fuck you, listeners.
Yeah, suck it.
Yeah.
So yeah, Clara's less than chuffed that she's been locked in with a soul-eating monster. There is a really funny moment, kind of what you said earlier, right, where the red-robed guy is just singing, and the doctor's like, "It's not going to happen, mate. You need to just pack it in."
Yeah, he's coming, mate. Yeah. Just pack it in. There's
what you're doing at this point is kind of just doing my fucking head in, to be honest. You need to rein it in.
And then he just gets up and kills himself. Well, kills himself or teleports away. One of the two.
I read it as a teleport, but it is the way he kind of signs it off is very much like mission log.
Yeah.
He
says like, "My name is space name, and the song is over," and then just evaporates.
Yeah.
Or whatever. I think it's teleport, but it's funnier to think that he killed himself.
Yeah,
so.
it is. I mean, to be fair, there is a scene later on where people in meet are surplus to requirements, so just stop existing. So maybe he's taken a leaf out of their book. A leaf out of their book.
Fuck off.
Doctor Who.
No.
So yeah, this scene's quite funny because the doctor. Well, no, not funny is the wrong word. It's nice, right? The whole episode's been about kind of sentimentality and stuff, and the way that the doctor kind of questions the god's notions. He goes, he does what Clara is trying to do in getting through to Mary, but does so much more effectively and quicker, right? He says like, he'll feed on your soul, but that doesn't make him a god. Like, having a higher power above someone is not what that is.
Makes it a vampire. Says. Anyway, they get out of the door. There's some people. They chase them. Blah 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 blah. There's a big planet wakes up.
Yeah, big Ego the Living Planet vibes going on.
Big Ego the Living Planet vibes. Wake up. It's got a little face.
It has got a little face. I thought it looked quite fun.
Yeah, it's got a little face. It's like, I'm a planet. I'm gonna gobble you all up. And then the little monster in the box, he just like fucking clocks off, I guess, and goes to sleep.
Yeah.
And then
he's punching the glass to try and get out, and then he just kind of gives up, I guess, sits down.
Yeah. And then like the weird alien dudes that were chasing Mary, they just disappear. Good design on those boys, but yeah, they're gone.
They do. I like their voices. I like the way they said Harry.
They said Mary.
Okay.
Stop this.
But yeah, I do like that. The notion of them being surplus to requirements, so they just stop being, which is quite fun.
Yeah.
Very antithetical to the concept of sentimentality as well, and they're the enemies of that. So that's quite fun.
Yeah, that is nice. I like that the doctor, once he realizes the planet is the real fucking grandfather or whatever, he's like, oh, I fucked up.
Yeah.
I may have made a little bit of a mistake here.
Does he say a boo-boo, I think, doesn't he?
He says, yeah, I may have made a tactical boo-boo, he says. More of a semantics mix-up, really. Yeah.
I like that. I think it's fun. The fact that the god is kind of like looming over them, and Clara's initial thought is to leg it, and then they start having a little divergent conversation about heading off to the Lake District.
Yeah,
it's really fun.
I'd have to say, let's go to the Lake District so we can eat scones. They had lovely scones in 1927.
Yeah. But no, the doctor is steadfast. He's like, I'm going to fight it. It is massive, mind you, but I'm going to fight this thing.
Well, yeah, no, he says, well, Clara says you're going to fight it, aren't you? And he says, unfortunately, yeah, I think I might be about to do that. And she says, it's really big. And he goes, I've seen bigger. Really? Are you joking? It's massive.
Fun dynamic. It's good.
Yeah, good fun back and forth.
It is a good back and forth. So I love that at this point, Clara kind of questions him because he tries to essentially dismiss both of them. And he's kind of like, oh, Clara presumes it's the macho thing of like, I'll handle this. Like, you get yourselves out of it. She kind of challenges the notion of what you said earlier about the kind of never walking away from something. And the Doctor's like, it just adds a slight bit of context onto it. And he says, no, we never walk away, but when we're holding on to something precious, we run and we don't stop until we're out of the shadows. And like, yeah, that's not right. It kind of reframes the Doctor's life, right? It's not running away. Like, it's holding on to something, which is, I don't know, there was, I don't know, with more time to think about it more, but like, it's a nice kind of reframing of his ethos, I guess.
Yeah, sure. Anyway, he basically tells him to fuck off.
Yeah, it's like, fuck, get on that moped and get out of here.
Off you go. Get on that dog's moped. Off you pop. I'll walk, he says. And then goes off to fight a big planet or whatever, which is pretty fun.
We've all done it. Good weekend.
No, I haven't. No? Not me.
Got to get on that, man. It's good stuff. It's good fun. But yeah, so the little girl and Clara reckon the Doctor is frightened. They're back on kind of the old ground where they were a minute ago. And they want to help somehow. So the girl starts singing. And I fucking love in this sequence, the Doctor has no idea how he's going to fight this thing.
No, yeah.
He's up against insurmountable odds. He has no idea what to do. And then it's the song that he hears. And the way Matt Smith's performance kind of just clicks in. And it gives him the idea to tell a story. And kind of, I don't know, just reminds him that the Doctor's way is essentially fighting with words, which are always the greatest weapon. It's lovely.
I do like that. I do like that the Doctor walks into this no weapons, which, you know, he never does have anyway, but he walks into this with no weapons, no plan, no idea what he's going to do, but he's got to give it a shot. He's got to try something because he promised a little girl that he would. And that's what he's going to do, you know? Yeah. That's the Doctor, baby. That's what he's going to do.
It is. And it's lovely, right? I just love the way I love the way that it connects to him. You genuinely see he's clueless until he hears that song and he goes, obviously. Yeah. Like, this is so obviously the way out of this. Anyway, best speech in New Who?
Yes, so far, yes.
Yeah, I would agree.
Fucking incredible. So I remember watching this and then like... remember watching this for the first time and being like, yeah, it's a pretty good episode. It's quite nice and enjoyable. And then seeing this scene, I was like, oh my God, my entire life just changed.
Yeah.
Like, fucking hell. This is phenomenal. And I'll tell you something else, something a little bit embarrassing as well.
Ooh.
At the time this episode came out, I was 18, 19 years old, and also in the process of applying for various universities and drama schools, okay? And the process of that was, obviously, you need to do a monologue. You need to do a speech, okay? And I saw this, and then I went to my college teacher, my drama teacher at college, and went, look, I want to do something that's a little bit different, but I want to do a speech from Doctor Who. And do you know what they said? Absolutely fucking not.
Oh, no. I really hope that they let you go through with this.
No, of course not. Of course not. It needs to be from the official repertoire. But that didn't stop me from fucking learning it and performing it, though.
Oh, incredible. Absolutely incredible. Did you put your own spin on it, or did you perform the role of the 11th Doctor?
No, I just performed it exactly as it was. Yeah.
The same way. I'm just picturing a 19-year-old you in a room just with like bemused fucking teachers, and you're going, take it all, baby!
I never did it in front of anyone.
Oh,
it
okay.
was always just like fucking on my own, like fucking in an empty room or whatever, whenever I was alone. But I learned it and I did it.
Oh, that's really cute. That's really fun.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Petition to get you to tape this and send it in.
No. To send it into who?
Us. The
You've
Discord.
been framed?
Me? Is You've Been Framed still on?
No, I don't think so.
There must be modern day equivalents. We'll get you in there.
TikTok.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Come on,
man. But yeah, right, look. Fucking incredible speech, incredible writing, but like the selling point is obviously fucking Matt Smith's performance. Like
Matt Smith's speech is just great speech, great performance. It's so fucking good. Everything about it is just perfect. There's nothing like there's no one thing I can point to. There's nothing I can really say. It's just good.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah. It's we need to put it in a compilation called the greatest acting of all time.
Yeah,
because he
right
shouted
there next to Daniel Day-Lewis when he says, "I've abandoned my child. I've abandoned my boy."
There's this one specific moment, right? I think the camera work is lovely as well because it knows when to kind of pull back and when to get close. But the moment of it that I really appreciated was when he finally lets it out, right? Like he's finished his big speech and he finished his shout at the planet thing, all right. And then you just for a second, like the burden and the weight that he bears is like lifted from him for a split second, and he hangs his head, and the way they frame it from the back, he hangs his head so aggressively hard and downward that it almost like you'd be forgiven for thinking the silhouette doesn't have a head.
Yeah, 100%.
And it's just this obviously so incredible fucking choice, right? Because it shows how much he was able to breathe for a second, and then when he kind of slowly gets back to his feet and he's kind of a bit more hunched over again, he sells the old man thing so fucking well. It's ridiculous.
I think there's also something to be said about the fact that he is essentially giving up memories here as well. He's given up a lot of from the sounds of the speech, a lot of his pain, a lot of the things he's lost, a lot of things from his life which have really been quite big and impactful to him. And he's just giving that up for these people he doesn't know, which is very much a very Doctor thing to do. Really.
Absolutely, yeah. And the fact that I don't know, it's just that you don't realize it's ramping up until the second it cuts to his face and he's crying and tears and his voice starts to wobble and you go like,
just that singular tear falling down his cheek as his voice starts to crack a bit, and he says like, I've seen things you wouldn't believe, I have lost things you'll never understand. So powerful, so good, man. Yeah,
it's incredible. It's an incredible situation where everything, all the cooks in the kitchen fucking came together and made something incredible, right? It takes a fucking army, and the fact that it like Matt Smith's performance was there, but the writing backed him up, the camera work backed him up, the director made great choices. Like I don't know if it got to the point where anyone like kind of choreographed how he would block the speech out, but if there was someone there doing that, they did an amazing job too. Like it's just a fucking great scene.
Great scene, and it's all one big melting pot. It's no one thing. It all works so well together. Marigold score, the singing, the fucking the beautiful aesthetics, the fucking way Matt Smith performs it, the writing of the speech, all of it in this big melting pot make this scene so fucking amazing and beautiful, and really is probably one of the greatest moments, one of the greatest speeches in Doctor Who so far. Really. So
yeah, absolutely. Good. Yeah, 100% agree. It doesn't have the trademark and then, but I forgive you.
No, but it does have take it all, baby.
By the way, a line that no actor on the planet could fucking make work.
Well, Matthew James Smith can.
Is his middle name James?
No, he's like me. All right.
Oh, he adopted that one. It's a foundling nickname for him.
Yes.
All right, look, the next thing immediately, this is what a lot of people, well, maybe not a lot of people, but I've seen some mixed reception to this on the Discord and also just from what I vaguely remember at the time, was that this moment is kind of immediately undercut by the Doctor's sacrifice of those memories and that big speech. That wasn't powerful enough. That actually didn't stop the big planet, because the big planet kind of melted away for a second and then came back.
It was like, Trick, I tricked you, I'm back, actually.
Yeah, I made a big fuss about it. I left, and now I'm back.
Now I'm back. Actually.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Okay.
I don't know. What do you make of all the Leaf stuff? This is my humble pie moment, but I'll get into it.
Well, we haven't got to the Leaf stuff yet.
This is Clara's Leaf moment, no?
All right, well, Clara comes.
Yes.
And do you want to set it up properly?
All right, fine. So Clara can't really just rest and let it sit. She sees that the Doctor's kind of given everything to it, and it's not necessarily been enough. So back on the moped she goes. Moped rental, by the way, so I don't know if she actually paid for a second usage of the moped.
Well, you don't know how long they had.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
You might have rented it for the whole day.
Yeah. Get your money's worth.
Exactly.
Clara's like, oh, look, I wouldn't have, but seeing as we've got this moped, I gave my mum's ring, that's worth $2.
Lawrence, come on, man. Come on. Come on. Bro.
Anyway, so Clara rides in, and essentially she's able to stop this big planet monster thing. by whipping out the leaf and kind of declaring it as the leaf that caused her parents to meet and fall in love, and her parents, well, at least her mum's life was obviously cut short. And the leaf now kind of contains not only the memories of what were and how important that was, but also all the possibilities and everything that could have branched off to have been.
All the days that never were.
Yeah. So what do you think about this?
I think it's beautiful. Okay,
I do too. Yeah.
I think that I think it's important for Clara's character to have to be able to make that sacrifice, and to be able to like have her, to make her place in the story, and to be able to say that she is the one who was able to help out and stop this and all like that.
Yeah.
And it's her memory, something treasured she has held on to her entire life, which she is able to give up in order to do that. So it's why I like all of that stuff, but also just the idea that. But I think people can often look at this as like the Doctor's speech meant nothing. Okay.
Yeah.
And that's not really. I can see like how you can come to that conclusion. I can see why you can think that. And I don't begrudge people for thinking that at all. I think it's not that his speech meant nothing. His words did have impact. It's just that Clara's had more. Okay. Clara's not even her speech, just the idea of a leaf, and it's the fact that the Doctor chose to focus on loss and all these horrible things that had happened to him and his grief and all that kind of stuff, whereas Clara focused on the days that never were. Clara focused on not what she lost, but what she never had. Okay, and that is so much more powerful than a loss. That's what caused the fucking planet to fade or whatever.
Yeah.
And I don't know, there's just something really beautiful about that, I think.
I agree. Yeah, I think it's like you say, people often do take it in the way of like the Doctor's sacrifice meant nothing, but it's not that at all. And they explain this away in the scene by saying that what the Doctor chose to kind of give up and lose and sacrifice himself in terms of like an offering, I guess, was singular. And things that had happened and things that were, whereas what Clara's leaf represents is the million things that never got to be, and that's, the Doctor says, that's infinity. That's too much.
Yeah,
like, because you don't know what could have been, but it doesn't mean that leaf, like, I don't know, it sounds silly to scrutinize it, whatever, but like the leaf does contain that potential, and that is infinitely more powerful than just the fact.
Well, it's sentimentality. It's the whole basis of this culture is they assign their currency is sentimental value. Okay, that's what they deem as the most important thing, sentimental value. Okay, and to Clara, this leaf has infinite amount of fucking sentimental value, because it's not just, it's not just how her mum and dad met. It's not just the memory of her mum that was lost. It's the fact that her mum is lost and all those days she never got with her mum. It's all the days she never had. There's a fucking brilliant quote in Doctor Who coming up where being dead isn't the worst, losing someone isn't the worst part of death. It's all the days they stay dead afterwards. It's that idea. It's the idea of all the days that never were, and that's what's so powerful about it. I think.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think there was years and years ago I always mocked it in bad faith because I hadn't seen fully what it was. I understood it and I understood the concept of it, but I was like, oh, leaf saved the day or whatever, like a fucking.
And I always told you to shut the fuck up. You don't know what you're talking about. And look,
I'll hold my hands up. It was in bad faith, but now seeing it properly, like, as a fucking adult, this is lovely, and it's not that the Doctor wasn't enough. It's that Clara had a better ace in the fucking hole, essentially. Like. She had the better option, and also I think it speaks to more like the Doctor's always had limitations when it comes to this kind of stuff, right? He's not a human. Clara has, and I know this isn't being human, and that's not really the point of the episode, but like there's the Doctor deals in facts, and that's seen by what he offers up, whereas Clara deals in like the possibility of those emotions and all that could have been, and that just feels infinitely more human and personal.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's beautiful. And I like it, and I don't care what anyone else says, okay?
Anyway, Big Planet dies, essentially. Big thing dies.
Yeah, Big Planet dies, and then they go home.
Yeah. TARDIS pulls back to London, drops Clara home, I love this little. It's a tiny beat.
London.
Is it London?
Yeah, it is. I'm just doing a thing. Don't worry about it.
Okay. It's a tiny beat for Clara, but I really appreciate it. Just a tiny character moment where she opens the door of the TARDIS. She doesn't even step out of it. She just looks out at the house and she goes, "Oh, it looks different now." And it's that tiny seed of, I'm not satisfied with just this anymore.
And then she remembers the Doctor was at her mum's grave, being a weird pervert or whatever.
Yeah. She's like, "Why were you being a weird pervert at my mum's grave?"
And he said, I was just being a weird pervert.
Yeah.
She says, all right then.
This kind of caught me off guard a little bit. I don't know if this was, I don't know if it was like a reactionary kind of thing where people were a bit like, maybe it was the writer reconciling with the fact that audiences missed Amy or something, but it felt a little bit strange. Clara was like, I'm not gonna compete with a ghost or something. I was like, I don't think anyone was. Like,
what do you mean?
Dude, like, it just felt like an odd character beat for Clara to suddenly be like aggrieved by like, I'm not trying to fill anyone's shoes. I'm just fucking here to be me. It feels
that was odd.
What? No, that's what Clara says, but I feel like it feels reactionary to people being like, Clara's not Amy. Clara won't be Amy. But maybe I'm wrong.
It's nothing to do with Amy.
So what's it about? I don't really understand.
Because she says that because he says, you remind me of someone I lost, which is why he was at her grave, which is why he was at her mum's grave. He's talking about the past versions of Clara.
No, I completely get that. I mean, like, in the sense of, it feels like a weird beat in the show, like for the writer to have made that decision.
You're thinking entirely too much into it.
Okay,
all right.
It's
It's nothing to do with that. It's more Clara saying those versions you lost, not me. All right.
Even though she doesn't know that
she doesn't know about them, but like, not her. All right. Okay. She's her own person. She's not some clone, some echo, whatever. She is Clara. Okay.
Okay.
And she's stamping her foot and making it known. And I like that.
Okay. All right. Yeah. No, I think I was reading too much into it. Anyway, she gets her mum's ring back. The people wanted her to have it.
Yeah. Quite cute.
Fuck the economy, though, maybe.
Got a free moped ride.
Free moped ride. 2 free moped rides.
Doreen's had to close up shop.
Oh, bless her. But worth it, though.
Worth it, yeah. Well, they got to leave, so I guess so, yeah.
Yeah, no shop. So,
yeah.
Doreen can recover. She can bounce back and start a new business. Yeah. So the Doctor closes the TARDIS door after her as Clara kind of wanders off. But the way that he kind of looks at her, he's still completely puzzled by how she exists. But yeah,
I just want to find out. I like how the episode ends with the Doctor saying, like, because she asks like who gave her the ring, and he says everyone, or the people you saved. You, no one else, Clara. Just really stamping on that it was her who saved the day.
Yeah. No, it's great. Nice. It's a good team. I'm enjoying the team. I think she's done a good job to kind of fill Amy's shoes as someone that I can connect with alongside the Doctor.
Next week, Submarine.
Anyway, speaking of what we do next, that was kind of right, and I just realised it's you that does this segment anyway.
Weirdo
Thank you.
of the week.
Hey! No! That's not me, they're not originals.
Weirdo.
Hello, everyone. This is everyone's favourite section of the show where we get to take a chance to look back and reflect on some of the weird and wonderful and grubby little characters who come across our screens each and every fucking week we do this podcast. That sounded like I'm getting jaded. I'm really not. Lawrence, who's your weirdo for this week?
It's the TARDIS.
The TARDIS?
Yeah, certified
it's
freak.
TARDIS.
A TARDIS.
Certified freak 7 days a week.
Indeed. No, I think maybe the episode has nullified this weirdo because I'm realizing now it was mostly about the TARDIS locked Clara out and was essentially like, fuck off. I'm trying to show off. I'm not a pawn in your game, you little freak. Right, to Clara. In my mind, it was the TARDIS kind of rejecting her a little bit, being like, something going on with you. Bit fishy here. Like this doppelganger situation. And I call the TARDIS out for this because that's never been a problem before. And in the Bells of St. John, no beef with Clara whatsoever.
None that you know about.
None that I know about. Look, maybe as time goes on, my weirdo will be further nullified. Maybe there's reason for this. I don't know. But yeah.
So your weirdo is the TARDIS just because it's locking Clara out.
Yeah, but it's suddenly got a problem with her. Didn't have a problem with her last week.
In what sense?
In the sense of like, well, I don't know. I'm left to assume that it's the
How do you know it
multiple
didn't have a
versions of
problem?
her thing.
How do you know it didn't have a problem with it last week? At any point last week, did Clara attempt to go into the TARDIS on her own without the Doctor?
No, but it could have shut the door on her.
Did the TARDIS shut the door on her at any point this week when she was with the Doctor?
No.
Do you see the point I'm making?
Who's your fucking weirdo? Right? Sick of this.
Also, this will be further explored.
All right. Well, then you could have just said that, couldn't you?
My weirdo is Clara's dad for his leaf riz, as you would say. Yeah.
Which one of Clara's dad?
We've done this. He's the same guy, Lawrence.
So you think it's too intense? He's too full on with his leaf riz?
I think it's too full on. Look, I like it. I think it's very sweet. But like, this is their first date, I assume, anyway.
Yeah.
And like, he's like doing this big like proclamation of like love, and he kept the leaf, and he's like, "Look, fair play to him. It works. This would freak me the fuck out. I'd be like, there's such a thing as like too keen, to quote Clara Oswald. You know, it's like." Yeah. Oh, I don't know. Give me the ick, as the kids say.
Oh, wow. The kids do say that. It's a bit.
It's very sweet. It's very sweet and beautiful, but it's not first date activity. Yeah. All right.
9 out of 10 instances, this would have backfired.
Might not even be a first date. For all we know, this could be like the fucking. They could have been dating months or something. But it seemed like a first date. All right.
It did. Look, it had the vibes of fairly early on.
Yeah.
So I think, to be honest, even busting this out after a couple of months is a bit strong.
A couple of months is
fine. I said proposal.
Lawrence, you lived with your wife before you was even together as a couple, all right? So don't start saying what's too soon and what isn't, all right?
I'm allowed an opinion.
You lived together before you even got together, okay?
You said that in your best man speech.
I did. It was a big part of it.
See, I do remember things that you say.
Only impactful, beautiful moments where I do a big speech.
I've got that on video, by the way. I don't know if you know that.
I didn't until just now. Destroy it.
No. No, I play it sometimes.
And have a little cry.
No, it sounds like a joke. I do genuinely listen back to it sometimes. It's very sweet.
It is very sweet.
It's very cute. Oh, Nathan was cute, everyone.
No, I was never cute.
Anyway,
don't start making people think I'm actually nice to you.
It's an act, everyone. It's an act. He's actually really sweet.
No.
Nathan, it's time where the audience get to have their say. If you're new to listening, you can write in.
But really quickly.
Yeah. Yes, we're going to have to race through these. If you're new, you can write into the emails, stillgotlegspodcast@gmail.com, or the Twitter, or the Discord, and let us know your thoughts on the episode, and we get to read some out. Nathan, hit me with an email, and then I will hit you with a Discord message.
I'll hit you with an email. This is from Christina, who says, subject line, Rings of Akhaten 10 out of 10. Okay, that. Maybe not that high, but still pretty good. Plus, the pun was too tempting. Greetings, N and L. Glad to finally be writing in again after not being able to do so for the last few episodes due to moving house. The move itself went pretty well, and we had plenty of help from friends and fun podcasts to listen to while we packed. Hope it was this one.
I hope you were all listening to this podcast individually. Can I be sharing those downloads?
Yeah. Oh, well, I do require you to steal all your friends' phones and just download this onto them, okay? Unpacked and cleared. The paperwork and financial bullshit was still a nightmare, though, but we got most of that out of the way. Anyway, onto the Rings of Akhaten. I think this is a pretty damn good episode with a fun concept and cool setting. Murray Gold gets to really show off here with some of his most memorable work in the entire show. I still remember when the long song was all over TikTok last year in the lead up to the 60th. It's also a great introduction for Clara to the particularly weird and wonderful world of Doctor Who, with some great costumes and fun background details. I love the concept of a never-ending song being sung across generations, and how the Doctor's method to defeat the villain is to essentially feed them their entire canon of Doctor Who all at once. I can only imagine what weird Big Finish stories that son got to experience in that moment, and I wonder which ones it enjoyed the most. As someone who used to be on the fence about Clara when she first watched the show, I have to say I'm really liking her so far in this rewatch.
Yay.
It's honestly quite entertaining to have a companion who almost feels like she could be a doctor herself, and I'm glad to have since developed the media literacy skills to realize that.
Oh, rogue shots at the Discord.
Yeah, rogue shots. My weird of the week for this episode is Clara's dad for somehow being knocked into the path of oncoming traffic by a single falling leaf. That is truly some Mr. Bean levels of clumsiness right there. Him holding onto that leaf since the moment is also a little weird, but it could probably be forgiven on its own since it's also a genuinely sweet romantic moment. Geronimo, Christina, Tina, Tolman, she, her. Thank you, Christina.
Thank you very much. You're absolutely right. It's a perfect pun. Rings of Akhaten out of 10. It's perfect.
Very good. Yeah.
Dr. Strangelove on Discord says, everyone is going to be talking about the speech, brackets rightfully so, but I wanna highlight a little underplayed moment of the Doctor being a little selfish in a non-malicious way. It's when he and Clara... No, that you'll like this. I think this is lovely. It's when he and Clara have to trade something sentimental, and the Doctor claims he has nothing to trade but the Sonic. But in the next scene, he's shown wearing Amy's glasses. Just a bittersweet moment of the Doctor not wanting to give away the last thing he has of Amy.
Yeah.
Oh no! What? That's your nitpick voice.
I think it's nice that people can say that and assign that, but I don't think that was intentional, really.
Do you not?
No, I think it was just I don't think it was. I think it just wasn't really thought of.
It's a nice headcanon, though, isn't it?
Yes, I think it's a nice headcanon.
Yeah.
But I don't think it was in the writer's mind at all, really. But look, that doesn't mean it's not nice, you know? That doesn't mean it can't be a sweet thing. But
they should make a Big Finish about this exact thing.
They should, starring the Eighth
canonise
Doctor
it.
and Jackie Tyler.
You want to see him. Anyway, who else emailed us?
I'll tell you, Lawrence, it was bloody Matthew Hedger.
Whoa.
Who says, "Hi, boys." Subject line is, this all has the clapping emojis in between each word. So, 8 and left, no crumbs. Brackets, Rings of Akhaten.
I appreciate your dedication to it.
Thank you. Hi, boys. I had to make my first time writing in be about my all-time favourite episode. Nostalgia goggles be damned. I would watch this every day for the next year and still never tire of it. Everything with Clara and Mary Galette and the old gods of Akhaten, seeing all the other one-off aliens in the crowd singing along, and everything with Clara's parents and her past. It's already brilliant. And then, that fucking speech. Never in my recollection has there been such a speech that has given me so many goosebumps, that has instilled vim and vigor into my soul, that has made me openly sob for the Doctor like then, given up everything he's ever known, everything he's ever loved, everyone he's ever met to the Sun God, just to save the planet of people. It's an absolutely spellbinding and infatuating piece of televisual cinema, and every time I rewatch it, it makes me fall to my knees in adoration. 11 out of 10 any day of the week. Keep up the great podcasting work, and I can't wait to hear you barking over Clara like I barked for Amy. Brackets, my cardboard cutout that I still have proves my love. Have a good one, Matt, aka Princess. P.S. Nathan, robot doesn't have the letter U in it, so please stop mispronouncing it. I do not mispronounce it, and also I never will. Okay.
You're missing some crucial Still Got Legs lore there. Nathan specific Still Got Legs lore. Best episode ever is a crazy cool. Do you reckon this is in that caliber?
I can see why people would put it there.
I think the speech...
For me, it's not.
I love the episode as a whole. I think the speech does heavy lift it a little bit, though.
Lawrence, you don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, sorry. No, that's crazy. Thank you for writing in. RW Vasquez on Discord says, when I first watched this episode, it upset me that all of the Doctor's seemingly endless memories weren't enough to stop the Sun God, but Clara's leaf was. Then a couple of years ago, I lost my own mum, and it makes a lot more sense now. It honestly completely changes how I feel about the episode, and it's one of my favourites now. That's lovely.
That was very sweet. Thank you for sharing that, RW Vasquez. I read that the other day and I was like, oh, it's beautiful.
I think it's lovely that like shit can be fucking like reframed like that from horrible experiences. You can find new meaning in media that you maybe didn't before.
Yeah, 100%.
Which is absolutely lovely.
Yeah. This last email here is from Ethan Robertson. Subject line Rings of Akhaten. All right, lads, here's a late Hail Mary. Let's see if this one makes it in. Well done. Rings of Akhaten, dare I say banger. I can't remember the last time the show visited an alien location and made it feel as real and lived in as this. It being a naturally inhabited alien world is a nice change of pace from another base under siege or Victorian London for the 12th time. The long song is another Marigold slam dunk. It could almost make the episode itself. Really glad it gets brought back before the end of 11's run. It feels more like his defining piece, even more than I Am the Doctor does. The leaf resolution is a nice thought, but feels like a bit of a weak resolution. Not awful, just a bit like, oh, okay, I guess. And weird of the week, it goes to the Doctor for trauma dumping on a celestial body. So there we go.
Trauma dumping.
Otherwise, a great episode. Easily my favourite of Series 7. P.S. After catching up on Still Got Legs, I've been listening to random episodes of AHP, another happy pod. And I must say, Nathan, you're a goddamn Philistine. Lawrence, look up what a Philistine is.
Yeah, just stop me and all.
After Sun is a masterpiece, brackets, almost as good as School Reunion, and hearing your rants on it in 2023 wrap-up nearly had me switching off. Shocking take. Love you anyway. XOXO, go piss girl. Sent from Outlook for iOS. Look, first of all, all right.
Would you want to know what Philistine means first?
No, hold on. First of all, I was drunk during our 2023 wrap-up episode, okay? So I feel like I can't be held accountable for anything I said. What does Philistine mean?
Philistine, you're not going to like it. Philistine means a person who lacks cultural values and a person who is uninformed. They've had your fucking pants down here. They fucked you big time.
I don't like that at all.
I knew you wouldn't.
I hate that.
I will say I commend you for reading that. I know how much After Sun pains you, so I commend you for reading that email out.
I know culture. Okay.
In fairness, After Sun can be an inaccessible movie. It's a very weird thing, but I love it. But yeah,
After Sun. No. I've already said my piece on that movie.
You have.
Look, it's not for me. Okay. It's not for a lot of people. It's for an exclusive club of people. Okay?
No, you assign this to... No, we're not doing this. It's there. Go and listen to it if you want to. That's fine if you don't.
It's for Lawrence and his mates, okay?
Fuck's sake.
It's not for the masses.
Last thing I'll read out. Pearl Goblin says... the music in this episode is transcendent, and I really wish we saw more episodes that used music as beautifully as this one did. The alien designs are wonderfully put together and unique. The dynamic between Clara and 11 is great, as we don't have any cringe-inducing flirtatious scenes like we will later on.
Disagree.
I would. There's a lot to talk about in this. Hang on. We have an actual decent child actor in Mary, a rarity in the Clara as a nanny/teacher era. I hate the leaf, though. It feels like 11's speech gets completely cancelled out by that stupid leaf.
See what we said earlier.
Yeah, there's a lot to talk about in here. Cringe-inducing flirtatious scenes?
No, wrong.
In fairness, I don't think I've seen some of the Clara and 11 flirting, but they do specifically say that we do get later on. So does the flirting ramp up?
Yeah. Definitely.
I haven't cringed at any so far. I think they've got wonderful chemistry together, to be honest.
I love it. I'm having a great time.
Yeah. And aside from a few things we don't mention, it's been a while since the Doctor has had a flirty back and forth with a companion, because past the point in Amy's tenure, no flirting there.
Also, I'm not a Philistine. Yes, I'm still on that. All right.
You need to move on.
No, I can't let that go. I'm not a Philistine. I don't like that.
That is mean. I will say that is a very mean thing to say.
That is mean. I don't like that. That's going to eat away at me for weeks, that is.
We're not as thick-skinned as it may seem.
No.
Listen, having a podcast doesn't mean you get to call us nasty names.
Stop bullying me.
I realise where I know that word from. It's in Ted Lasso. Fucking Jamie at one point goes something about Philistine. Proper doesn't know how to pronounce it, and it's very funny.
Is Ted Lasso coming back?
I heard about this.
Yeah, I heard rumours there was a season 4 coming.
And I don't think it's rumours. I think cast have like outwardly confirmed it. Like the guy that plays Nate has definitely said like, yeah, filming it. Like, so
I don't know if he has. I think you're.
No, he's definitely. He announced it on his Instagram. I'm sure of it.
No. I know what you're thinking of. That's a different thing.
Oh, is it a different thing?
Yeah. No, you're right.
I've also heard whispers of a season 4, which I'm.
Yeah.
The show clearly ended. It was a bad ending, but that doesn't mean you get a do-over. Like, it's there.
Well, I wouldn't say no to a do-over. If they wanted to correct some things, I'd be okay.
But you can't pretend that season 3 doesn't exist, because season 3 as a whole, I think, is pretty bad.
It's true, but I liked it. Look, I think there's some. Look, if they want to right some wrongs, then that's all right with me.
I'd be lying to say they haven't piqued my curiosity. When it's at its best, it's a great show. I would like to have seen it where they didn't just throw away 3 seasons of character development for Roy and Jamie as well.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
Yucky. Anyway, yeah. Anything else on Pearl Goblin's thoughts? The good child actor. Very good child actor.
Good child actor. Mary Galel, whatever her name was very good. Great singer as well.
Indeed, yeah. But the leaf isn't stupid. I like the leaf.
Leaf is not stupid. Rest now, my warrior.
Do you know what? While we're on child actors, right? I actually really like that it's not like a polished vocal. I like that you can hear it's a child singing. Like there are imperfections that come from kind of an untrained singing voice, and I think that's lovely. I like this. I like being scored.
Cling to your bosom. Right. You can't sing if you don't know the words. Right? You especially can't sing if you don't know the words or the tune.
No, you don't. No, you don't know.
Because you're just going and trying to match it to what I'm doing. But
I'm joining in. All right. What I was gonna do is I was gonna sync us up in the edit, put me underneath you, so I'm harmonising and backing you.
I don't think that would work.
I wanted to sell you as the main star, Nathan. Anyway, thank you for listening, everyone. If you've enjoyed the episode, then please feel free to give the show a 5-star review. That would be fantastic. You can also follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at Still Got Legs Pod. If you want to share your thoughts with each episode, like I said earlier, join the Discord. The link to do that is in the show notes, or send us an email at stillgotlegspodcast@gmail.com. Also, big thank yous. Thank you to Nina for managing the short form content, making all the TikToks and Reels, much appreciated, and to Pierce for being the Discord marshal. If you feel so inclined, we have a Ko-Fi link if you want to help us out with the running of both of the shows. Zero pressure to do so. Everyone is very welcome to enjoy the episodes for free forever. And speaking of both shows that we do, Nathan, we have another podcast, don't we?
We certainly really do, Lawrence. It's called Another Happy Pod, and this week it was our spooky, sensational episode where we did a spooky episode on Scream 4. And next week we're starting a series. It's a song. So yeah, gonna be a good time.
Have you started watching it yet?
I have, yeah. I watched
haven't.
the first episode yesterday.
Oh, only the first. Okay, I'm glad you're not that far ahead of me then.
No, it won't take me long though. I watched the first episode yesterday, and I'm like, when I was watching it, I was like, Lawrence is gonna fucking hate this, okay?
Oh no!
But like just bits of it, because I know you and I know what you like. But then I think it will get good, and I think you'll start to enjoy it. Okay. But you just got to stick with it. All right.
Well, I have to stick with
it. You have to. Yeah, you have no choice.
Yeah.
But there'll be times where I know you, and during this first episode, you'll be like, I hate all of this, but you got to stick with it.
I'm going in like optimistic.
No, you're not.
I am. I genuinely am. I'm gonna
watch it then.
What?
Watch it then.
Yeah, I mean that would be more optimistic, wouldn't it?
Recorded it on Wednesday, so you gotta watch it by Wednesday.
All right, yeah, shit. All right, fine. Anyway, thank you for listening. We will see you next Monday at 10 a.m. Stay beautiful, stay Doctor Who, something, I don't know.
If only you had a freestyle rap.
Fuck's sake.
Bye, everyone. Love you.